number 2, which the objective is to organize her speech, being aware of her intro, body, conclusion, and transitions would be helpful. Welcome, Autumn.
My singular instance of a comestible altercation. Let me set the scene. Picture a lazy Saturday morning. It's a quiet town on a quiet street, quiet cul-de-sac, all the houses lined about. Even the birds are lazy, a few chirping around, but too lazy to make much fuss. The parents and a few of their friends are finally getting a chance to relax upstairs, when suddenly, from downstairs, hey! One of the friends gets up out of his chair. It's okay. It's probably my kid. I'll go see what's happening. So he starts trudging downstairs. He's like, my kid. Why does Junior always have to be the one getting in trouble? Yes, all the parents tell me, you gotta be harder on him. No, you gotta give him more credit. It's not always his fault. It's always his fault. All right, let me see. He turns the corner, looks into the kitchen. What looks like a war zone. Except instead of bullet shells, there's scrambled egg everywhere. And is that shredded cheese on the wall? 4 kids, all between the ages of 8 and 11, staring at him with that same look in their eye. It wasn't me. He knows who it was. But he's not going to jump to conclusions. He just looks at us all and he says, what happened? No. I don't want 4 different stories. Autumn, you're the oldest. You come with me. Boys, I'll be right back. So we go into the other room. He looks at me, expecting the honest story of what happened. And at 11 years old, yes, I was the oldest, and by far the most responsible of these guys. But now it's my turn to tell an honest account of what happened in that kitchen. What happened with that great breakfast massacre. So, there we are, the 4 of us. To give you some reference, my brother's the youngest, he's 8, followed by the 2 brothers, Walter Jr., and then me at 11 years old. We're talking, we're saying what adventures we were gonna have, what games were coming out that was new, what we were gonna do next Saturday, how it was gonna be so cool, we were each gonna have a role in this little game. And then Junior says the fatal words. Except Brian, he's too stupid to do anything right. Now, my brother is awesome. He's not stupid, he's not lame, he is in no way any of those things. And who do you think you are, being so rude, such a nudnik? You don't deserve to talk to my brother that way. He doesn't deserve to be talked to that way. You owe him an apology. This was all going on in my head. My body was doing something else. It was kind of like looking at myself from a third-person perspective, but I looked at those scrambled eggs on my plate, and I very calmly picked one up on my fork, looked at that delightful egg, looked at his stupid face, and just flung that delightful egg right into his teeth. Now, in my 11-year-old brain, I thought, okay, good, we've handled this like adults. You've seen my point. You don't talk to my brother that way. Let's move on with our lives and continue eating. What I did not expect was the retaliation of egg coming thrown at my face. As you can imagine, we all went nuts. Eggs flying everywhere, people's laughing. Before we know it, we're getting yelled at. Hey, what happened? So, I tell my mom's friend, that's the honest account of what happened. I'm so sorry. I did it. It was my fault. His eyes looked glazed over, jaw dropped. But he composes himself. He's like, all right, your mom can deal with you, but you all 4 contributed to that mess, so you're all cleaning it up. I'll be back in a minute. I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. So I skirt off to the kitchen to go clean up my mess. He trudges back upstairs, thinking to himself, Autumn did that? That has got to be the only food fight she has ever been in her life. He's like, they're not going to believe this story. Wait. I'll build some suspense. I won't call it a food fight at first. I'll give it some complicated names so they don't know what I'm talking about it. Food fight. Yes. I'll call it a comestible altercation. And he finishes going up the stairs to tell them my story. And sure enough, to this day, that has been the only time I've ever been involved in a comestible altercation. Thank you.
That's it.